Hi everyone. Welcome back to our geometry series. In Angles and Geometric Figures Part 1, we learned how to identify and calculate angles in basic shapes like triangles, rectangles, and squares. Now, in Part 2, we're taking it a step further. We'll explore angles in more complex figures, regular polygons, and composite shapes. So let's dive into Part 2 and explore how to solve for unknown angles in composite figures with fun examples and helpful tips along the way. First, let's understand what a composite figure is. A composite figure is a shape made by combining two or more simple shapes, like triangles, rectangles, circles, or semicircles, to form a more complex shape. But why do we need to learn about finding unknown angles in composite figures? Well, learning to find unknown angles in these figures is important for several reasons. It helps us strengthen our understanding of angle rules, like angles on a straight line, angles in triangles, and vertically opposite angles. You may remember these from Part 1 of our video series. It also helps us develop critical thinking and reasoning skills. You'll learn how to look closely at a figure, break it down into simpler parts, and solve problems step by step, just like solving a puzzle. Okay, now let's look at our first example. In this example, we're given that PQRS is a rhombus, and we need to find the value of angle M. To do that, we first need to know the value of angle SRQ. Since PQRS is a rhombus, angle SRQ and angle PQR are adjacent angles, and in a rhombus, adjacent angles always add up to 180 degrees. So to find angle SRQ, we subtract 112 degrees from 180 degrees. That gives us 68 degrees. Now take a look at the figure. PR is a diagonal, and in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect the angles. That means angle SRQ is divided into two equal parts. So to find the value of angle M, we divide 68 degrees by 2. And that gives us the final answer, 34 degrees. Let's move on to the second example. In this example, WXY is a right-angled triangle, and we're told that XWV and XYZ are straight lines. Our goal is to calculate the value of angle Y. To find angle Y, we first need to determine the value of angle XYW. But before we can do that, we need to find angle XWI. Since XWV is a straight line, the angles on that line must add up to 180 degrees. So we take 180 degrees minus 134 degrees, which gives us 46 degrees for angle XWI. Now look at triangle WXY. It's a right-angled triangle, which means the three angles must add up to 180 degrees, and one of them is already 90 degrees. To find angle XYW, we subtract 90 degrees and 46 degrees from 180 degrees. That gives us 44 degrees. Next, we use the fact that XYZ is a straight line. To find angle Y, we subtract 44 degrees from 180 degrees. And the final answer is 136 degrees. Okay, let's move on to our final example. In this example, BCD is an isosceles triangle, and ABC and EBD are straight lines. Our goal is to calculate the value of angle D. Since ABC and EBD are straight lines that intersect at point B, this creates vertically opposite angles. That means angle ABE is equal to angle DBC, and both measure 116 degrees. Now take a look at triangle BDC. It's an isosceles triangle, where BD is equal to BC. That means the base angles, angle D on both sides, are equal. To find angle D, we subtract 116 degrees from 180 degrees, then divide the result by 2. 180 minus 116 gives us 64 degrees. And 64 divided by 2 gives us 32 degrees. So the value of angle D is 32 degrees. Great job making it to the end of the video. Today we explored how to find unknown angles in composite figures using rules like straight angles, triangle angles, vertically opposite angles, and properties of special shapes like rhombuses and isosceles triangles. These examples help us sharpen our reasoning, apply multiple angle rules, and solve step-by-step geometry problems. Remember, always look for what you know, use what you've learned, and break the figure into simpler parts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more math lessons. And if you're ready, try out the practice questions that follow this video to test your skills. Thanks for watching and keep learning with confidence.